Welcome to my mini-series Diagnosis Destiny, where we're going to take little small aspects of Destiny that we all have problems with. I have maybe we'll do one on server / peer-to-peer connection, but this one's going to be about infusing. And there's so many different elements to infusing, and I just want to talk about the whole concept in general before we go into it. Now, first off, when they announced that infusing was coming to year 2, or year 2, right? Rise of whatever, Fallen. But we're going to year 2. So, with the new DLC coming up, they announced that it's coming, and I have no problem with it. I like the infusing system, but it has some unhealthy byproducts because of it. And that is, when a gun drops, say you're running King's Fall Raid hard and you have your 334 loot on, because you can't get 335. If something drops and it's not 335, it's pretty much, it didn't drop, you just dismantle it. Now that is a big issue, because if that happened back in year 1, if you got the Black Hammer to drop and you were trying to get all 3, because, you know, based on RNG, it was gonna take a long time to get all 3. Like, even I've had friends that said they never got, what was it, Fatebringer, and a friend that said he never got Black Hammer. Bootlegger took him a decade to get Hunger of Crota. So if those would have dropped, they would have been really excited. However, in this current raid, because it's fair to compare raid to raid, that doesn't happen in this raid. I've gotten everything to drop. They all suck donkey dick, you know, and that's a byproduct of the raid versus, do you want the raid's loot to be good but nearly overpowered, or do you want the raid's loot to be very specific and niche? And this was a topic brought up on the Reddit, and I actually lean towards, I want somewhere in between. I know, ooh, you're perfect, but if I had to pick one or the other, I want them to be really good. You know, that's just me though, but I just don't see it how, I was thinking about this at work. I was like, yo, the raid primaries all suck donkey dick, the raid secondaries all pretty much suck donkey dick. Only the heavies are actually good, and that's if you get decent rolls on them. So when they drop, if they don't get perfect rolls on them, they suck. And this goes back to the old issue, the gunsmith reforging, yes or no. And I still lean on the side of, I wish we could reforge weapons. You know, I think it's bullshit that if I got a longbow synthesis out of a package or an LDR, if it came with shitty perks, well, that's nearly useless, because I can get, you know, my stock, what is it, 1,000-yard stare with decent perks opposed to an LDR with 2 shitty perks. You know, but that's just my opinion. However, that's how I feel about it. I don't know about you, but the main issue at hand is infusing. But the byproduct is when we talk about infusing now, we go, if a gun drops, does it drop with good perks? If it doesn't even drop with good perks, then it's going to be infusing fuel. If a gun drops and it has high light level, then it's infusing fuel. If it doesn't, that doesn't even count as a drop. You know, it's just an unhealthy byproduct that needs to be ironed out and fished out in year 2. I hope they address this issue, because I don't like playing certain things based merely on the premise of getting a decent light level to drop from something. Then exactly happens with Co, because Co can drop 335 shit. If I play Co and Varus gives me 2 things that are one 334 and one 335, the 335 is almost guaranteed to be fuel, and the other one is is going to be pretty much legendary marks. That's an issue. I mean, it needs to be fixed. I mean, I know this could have happened in year 1. You got a fucking your 4th Fatebringer and you dismantled it for the shards and energy, but the energy. But I mean, it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. Like Nightfall, same thing. If your Nightfall reward ain't 335, you fucked. And I feel like this is a bad problem. I think they need to definitely address what drops at the highest light level, big time. They need to fucking make it way easier to get 335 based on if you're running high-end content, the 335 shit needs to drop. I mean, that's just the easiest way to put it. It's fucking stupid if a 334 drops now, and it's just embarrassing. And they need to make shit actually good if something drops and not trash. But this is a big issue, and I would love to hear different people's perspective, and I would like to bring this up on like a roundtable type discussion. So leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the infusing system and how we can make it better. But all in all, I do like the infusing system. I just would like to see it definitely ironed out so that when shit drops, it's not infusing fuel. It's actually a drop you're slightly excited for. But, you know, this has been Gangster7. Thanks for watching, and make a jizz. #SnipeGod, by the way. Fuck you, Bruce. Shots fired.